You have tuned into A Family Affair, your local sports and news talk show on C2C Indie Radio with your hosts, Naquan and Darnell. Let's talk sports.
Welcome in. It's Naquan here again with Unc, and this is Family Affairs.
Darnell, we here. It's Thursday. The work we've been whooping everybody. We here to wake y'all up. Y'all know what time it is. Family Affair.
Let's go. So what's going on with you, family? How's your week been?
Just grinding. Bringing more energy this week. I was a little exhausted last week. I had too much stuff going on, running around, but everything's starting to straighten itself out, so just get into it. What about you?
Same old, man. We had our first week with Josiah, the newborn, and it's been an adjustment for everybody. A lot of crying, a lot of diapers. You know how that goes. So.
Oh, you not delegating? You taking it?
Well, the boys, they pick and choose when they want to be helpful. You know, you can't ask them for help during feeding. You can't ask them for help if they're locked into Avengers. They had their birthday party over the weekend, and Uncle D bought them an Avengers game, so they're locked into that lately. So
how are these birthdays gonna work out once little man get older?
So we discussed that we're gonna continue to keep Kyrie and Ange together, and he'll just have his separate because Kyrie and Ange are too close in age, and we can't just add 8 year.
Yeah, it'd be too big of a gap.
You know, so that's how we're gonna do it. It sucks that it's right before Christmas, but you know.
Y'all pocket's gonna be tapped.
So, well, not necessarily. We just, the way I look at it, January through September is January through September. We gonna load up, you know, put some money away, and October through December, and we gonna spend it all.
Man with the plan.
You know, that's I'm trying. So the Vikings took a tough L. We don't really gotta get into that.
I apologize to all Cowboys fans because I was talking real reckless. I said y'all was going to do Cowboys things last weekend, and we lost to Cooper
To
Rush.
be honest, we did the Cowboys things over the weekend.
No, we did Viking things.
Yeah, no.
Conservative, missing interception right in your chest, and you drop it, and they catch it.
So we got to talk about it because that's what we do. We're resident Vikings fans. For all the new listeners, me and Darnell, we are Vikings fans. We differ on NBA teams, but that's, you know, nephew and uncle, that's the team we share, the Vikings. And it's been very, what's the word we use? Frustrating, to say it kindly.
And embarrassing, especially that game against the Lions. This has just been, and then all the losses.
So where do we go from here?
On one hand, I'm saying keep trying to win because I'm competitive, and I don't want to see my team lose. But on the other hand, I also want them gone. So I'm kind of like, all right, Lamar, I need you to do my work for me this weekend.
I hear you on that. I read an article. I sent you the article today where on Bleacher Report where they talked about we're literally taking the identity of our coach. He's conservative. He's playing not to win, and that's what we do.
But how Vikings would it be for us to lose the game like that and then go beat Baltimore?
What time is the game? It's a 1 o'clock game, right? Yeah,
that's what I'm just like.
I wouldn't
because we did it to Green Bay last year.
Yeah,
I'm just like.
I wouldn't be surprised. It's just with our coaching, and you know, everybody bangs on Kirk Cousins, but I think a lot of it is I think he takes on that identity too. If you don't believe in him, he's gonna try not to make mistakes. If you're showing him, yo, I don't trust you, just run the ball, he's gonna try not to make mistakes. And I feel like that's hurting us because we can push the ball downfield. We have weapons.
The top 5 skill position group, like with receivers, tight ends, running back.
Well, and that's my thing too. When you don't expect us to do anything, that's when we perform. It's once we get into the big spots.
Oh, it's not rubbing off on Thielen and Jefferson because they heated.
I would be too because we have the talent to make a big run. It's just we're worried about making the big mistake, and
He got to let them ball.
That's a loser mentality. Don't make the big mistake. No, go play.
And I would, especially the way Jamar Chase lit up Marlon Humphrey last week, I would just be like, air it out. Like,
well, I literally looked that up. The Ravens passing
they're giving them 312 a
yeah,
game.
their passing defense is horrible. Marlon Humphreys, and that's the thing. Marlon Humphreys is one of the reasons why, because he hasn't, even though he made the Pro Bowl last 2 years. This year,
Torch.
he's been giving up.
I know who you
big
missing.
plays.
Marcus Peters.
Yeah, I agree. And but
You know, I thought Humphrey was better, but Peters is good too. He a ball hawk.
I think I think Humphreys is better as well. But when you are missing your Robin, and you're getting they're gonna target him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a difference when you're getting targeted maybe 6 or 7 times a game, and now it's up to 12. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I don't know those numbers offhand, but there's a difference. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, absolutely. Because the way they were in tandem, neither one of them had to travel. It was like, all right, he going to your side, you take him. So you ain't really have to travel for him. But you just be like, all right, if he on my side, I'll take him. If he on your side, you take him.
Right. So I know you're not. What would be your game plan going into this game?
I mean, everything on the line. I would have. I don't know how Dalvin gonna do, but I feel like they're gonna run the ball. We're weak against the run. We can throw the ball. They're weak against the pass. So I figured it that way. I figure if we could jump out on them early, especially because it's on the roll, run Dalvin and do play action after, we'll be fine. But I also would rather start like we did against Dallas. Start throwing it, and then mixing everything else. But don't be conservative, like calling the stuff they was calling. Like we called like 5 or 6 fullback screens. Like I've never seen CJ Ham get that many receptions in one game.
Taco with bacon.
That's my big issue with the Vikings, because our defense, we gave up 20 points.
It was a lucky 20 because they shouldn't have got the last touchdown because it should have been a pick.
Well, 20 points to a backup quarterback is not really great, but
shouldn't even.
I watched the game. I didn't feel like our defense played horrible. I thought especially against the run, I thought we played pretty good.
They shut Zeke down.
He made that.
He
big
made that play at the
end,
end, yeah.
And that's what did us in. But
Bar got to make that play. But also, what helped Zimmer fought too, because before that play happened, he cost us 5 yards. It would have been a 3rd and 16, but he called a double timeout. That's what made it 3rd and 11. So I'm just like,
yeah, that confused the crap out of me.
I've never seen that happen.
I've never seen that. That was like, it reminded me of the Chris Webber.
Yeah.
I
thought like. I didn't even know that was possible in football.
Yeah, I'm like, that's a thing in football. I didn't think that was what it was the referees abided by the timeout and then realized we were out of timeouts, and that's why they had to call it. But that's on coaching. Like, you should know the rules.
Either way, it's 3rd and 16. Why are you calling on timeout? They have a backup, and they're going to do something conservative. They're not going to try and get the first down. They're going to try and get the field goal, get it to overtime. They're not going to try and pick up a 3rd and 16 on the road. So I'm just like, even if you wanted to call a timeout, why?
I'm with you, but we're gonna leave it there and get into a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we're gonna get into family ties and talk about the NFL and NBA. Welcome back. This is Family Affair on C2C Radio every week from 6 to 7. And now we're about to get into our NFL news. Big news coming out of the NFL. Aaron Rodgers down with COVID, missing the Kansas City game.
I got a mixed reaction to that.
Well, let me know how you feel.
Because on one hand, a division rival, not gonna have their starting quarterback.
I don't feel bad. Yeah,
I don't either.
Yeah.
As long as he don't die or anything.
Yeah. Prayers and wishes that he gets through it well. But other than that, I'm happy he's missing the game.
Yeah, but and on the other end, kind of wanted to see him and Mahomes go at it. So it's just like
because I was hype about that game.
But I kind of want to see them lose. So it is what it is. They got to lose again anyway. They win it 7 straight.
Yo, my man, though. But listen, though. These backup quarterbacks is winning.
Oh, I don't think it's going to be a blowout.
Well, my thing is, okay, you got the Jets.
I wouldn't bet it, but I don't think it's going to be a blowout.
You got the Jets with Mike White. Had a big game.
He's in the Hall of Fame now.
Yeah, I seen that. But you have Mike White with the Jets. You had Cooper Rush with the Cowboys beat us. There was another one.
Trevor Siemian.
Trevor Siemian, yes. Performed against
prayers up for Jameis.
Yeah. So these backup quarterbacks, if you put them on a good team, they're not slouches. I think Jordan Love, he's a first-round pick. I wouldn't be surprised if the Packers won this game.
I don't. The only time I saw him play was this year in the preseason against Buffalo, and look, it got ugly quick.
I seen that too. However,
it's preseason.
The Chiefs' defense is awful.
Oh, if I'm them, I do what Dallas did to us: run the ball. I know that Dallas didn't really fare well when they did it, but Kansas City's run defense is terrible.
Well, and that's what I'm saying.
Like, they can't stop the pass either.
Right. So I think Jordan Love is going to play pretty good, honestly, because you got backups going up against good. Even his name is slipping my mind. The backup for Seattle.
Gino?
He
played Jacksonville, bro.
Oh, listen, all I'm saying is if you
I almost took that on the bet last week.
These backups aren't the backups that we grew up watching.
Absolutely.
Where you put a backup in, you can mark that down as an L. Like, no, these backups are actually performing. They have teams around them. So I know the Chiefs are favored by 7 now that Aaron Rodgers is out,
8.
but I wouldn't do it.
I think it could be close.
I think it is going to be. I would not be surprised. I tell you no lie. I'm on the fence of picking Green Bay. I have that much. Because the Chiefs' defense is so bad.
Right. And they
don't
defensively,
do anything.
Green
well
Bay
on
not
defense.
bad defensively because they went into Arizona and did what they were supposed to do. So
Right.
they're not bad defensively.
And let's be honest, they're hearing Rodgers getting dragged through the sand all week. You don't think that defense is going to rally for Aaron Rodgers?
It could be a distraction also.
No, it could. But I'm leaning on the side of they're probably going to. Get it together for Aaron Rodgers.
You know what I think this game going to showcase more than Jordan Love is going to showcase LaFleur because he comes from that Shanahan tree because he was with Kyle Shanahan when they was I forgot where they was in Washington. They was all in Washington together. He liked to run the ball, so like I don't know if everybody noticed it this year, but Aaron Rodgers ain't really being Aaron Rodgers until he has to be. They're running the ball. They're doing the things like the old Denver teams used to do.
Prime example is that Cardinals game.
Right,
like,
they ran it a lot.
He did not. If you take out the winning plays he made at the end, it was a mediocre performance. He
managed until he had to be Aaron Rodgers.
Right. And I to me, that's a good recipe, especially during the season. This is a long season. And I hate to give the Packers credit because I hate them.
And you want to know what it reminded me of? Remember when Shumpert was describing Kobe? He was like, man, you've been regular all game. Now I get the fourth quarter and you.
But that's what
it
real.
is.
That's
and
real.
they could throw the defense off because like now you forget. Oh, he can move. Oh, he could throw on a run. Oh, he might pick up the first down with his legs.
He got a lot in his bag.
Right.
And not to mention, if he gets the running game going, Now you're playing a guessing game. You know what I'm saying? So it's Rodgers is no joke, but these offenses they can manage a game or two.
Absolutely, and I mean, unless our Kirk get hurt, we done because we got rookie back him up. I don't think mine ready.
See, but that's a good point because if you run a conservative offense, that wouldn't work. But if you ran like our backup is Kellen Moore, if you ran an offense, excuse me, he don't get no playing.
You want the Dallas coach to be our coach? just say that, bro.
But if you ran an offense to fit his needs.
I feel like he could be dangerous because he can move and run around. You're going to read option. Him and Dalvin will be crazy in that. And then if he pull the ball back out on the read option, you got Thielen, you got Jefferson. It's a college offense, I know.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I won't recommend it. He got to get better from the pocket because in the preseason he could scramble and get around, but I don't got confidence in him playing from the pocket.
But back to Green Bay and the Rodgers. I want to get your thoughts on him not taking the vaccine. Because back in August, he claims he was vaccinated.
Yeah, he said he is immunized. Immunized.
Yeah, give me that. Give me your thoughts.
I mean, I don't knock him because off personal opinion, I'm not vaccinated. I don't want the vaccine because I just feel like it's risky, but I don't go around saying I'm vaccinated or immunized or whatever. So I don't think he's wrong for not being vaccinated. I just think he's wrong because he made it seem like he was vaccinated.
That was my only issue because not only is he not vaccinated, if you listen to the comments, he literally he didn't throw the non-vaccinated people under the bus, but
he act like he was one of them.
Yeah. So I'm paraphrasing here, but what he basically said is, yes, I'm vaccinated, but I'm not gonna judge those on the team that's not vaccinated. And then my thing is, bro, you're included in that. You're trying to separate yourself, but you're not. You're not vaccinated, and neither are some of your teammates. So you should have included yourself in that. Instead of saying, I'm not going to judge those who's not vaccinated because you're not vaccinated. My next question to you, should he be penalized or should the Packers be penalized? Because my thing is, they didn't know he wasn't vaccinated.
No, they knew. They absolutely knew. I feel like both of them should be. So I feel like Rodgers should get. He's probably gonna miss the Seattle game, and if he isn't, the suspension should start with the Seattle game because
he should get at least 2 games.
Yeah, because you're going to press conferences, no mask on. You're walking around the facility, no mask on. So I'm just like,
to me, it seems like he tried to beat the system.
Right, but I also feel like they should come down on Green Bay because they knew.
Knew.
There's no way.
I'm with you 100%.
And why I think Green Bay going to get hit extra hard, I don't know if it's going to be a draft, like a first-round draft pick or a heavy fine. Because I feel like at minimum they're going to get $1 million fine, but that's nothing to a franchise. But I feel like they're going to take a second or third rounder because the Raiders, they got in trouble for this, because they wasn't following protocols, and they got fined, and I think they got a late round draft pick taken away. So I'm just like, okay, they set the bar, and y'all still messed up. So now they got to make an example out of y'all because they already made the example and you didn't follow the example.
Right, and not only did he not follow, he was arrogant about it. You're going to press conferences with no mask. Not to mention that interview where
even going around the facility, he was with no mask. They said,
but not only that interview where
Devontae got it.
Hello, which Devontae will be back this weekend. But my thing is,
or he got it from Devontae. But either way, here nor there.
But my thing is, you're given the illusion that you were vaccinated, and you knew that you really weren't. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you want to know where the twist is at for me? Green Bay and him was beefing the whole offseason, so they just swept it under the rug. Just like, we just gonna accommodate Aaron while he's here.
And I think that should bite them.
Right.
Yeah, because regardless, it's wrong. You're putting the league at risk. You're putting your teammates at risk. They put this protocol in there for a reason.
You think they really gonna say something to Aaron Rodgers?
No,
exactly.
No.
I'm thinking what player or somebody gonna have a problem with it.
But I that's an issue with me because I feel like, for example, Cam Newton was released. I agree with you. I feel like color has something to do with it, but it should be addressed. It shouldn't be swept under the rug. It shouldn't be, it's just, they're making their excuses for Aaron Rodgers. No, he should be held accountable for that because, like I said, Cam Newton, nobody's going to admit it, but I feel like him not being vaccinated plays a part in why he was released.
The thing that bothers me with Cam, though,
because he got vaccinated right after that.
No, that's not what bothers me. The thing that bothers me is they blame it on his shoulder. Before he got COVID, he was balling. The shoulder was not a concern. He threw for almost 400 yards. Like that, if you can't throw for 400 yards with a bad shoulder,
right?
So that's where I just come back to the fact like it's more to it because I didn't even I understood why New England released him because they went with Mac and he had the whole situation where he left.
I disagree because he
made
made a statement that said he was fine with being a backup.
Oh no. I get that. But as a rookie and you got Cam as your backup, okay, Mac struggled at the beginning. So when he struggled at the beginning, they might have been like, you know how the backup quarterback is. Yeah. And he's a former MVP, so that's a lot to be behind you. You're like, dang, he just breathed down my neck.
Going into they knew that before they drafted Matt Jones. So if that
right, but they didn't expect him to pick up this quick because he picked up this stuff quick. Like it wasn't
fair enough. No, that's fair.
It wasn't like he was a scrub. And
I'm not convinced with Matt Jones, but
I think he's gonna be decent.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be a Baker Mayfield type. Except
I think he's gonna be better than Baker
slightly because Baker.
But
Matt Jones is more of a quarterback that's not going to make mistakes.
But this is where I think what separates him and Baker.
But I don't think he has the arm. Like, he doesn't have an arm.
He's not going to. He threw it around a little bit at Alabama because it wasn't like he was just throwing dink and dunk and they were taking it 90 yards. He threw it down the field. But the thing that separates Baker is he got too big of an ego. Mac Jones don't got too big of an ego. So Mac Jones, like, he know what he is. He know what he can and can't do. Baker, I don't know if you remember this, but like his first and second year, he balled because I think didn't he win rookie of the year? Okay, but then the second year
he set a touchdown record for rookies.
Right. He balled, but then the second year he started running around and stuff like, bro, you're not the best athlete on the field. That's not your strong suit. They figured you out. When you get in trouble, you're always gonna run to your right. That's the stuff that. Okay, this not Oklahoma. You're not playing against the smaller schools, the K-State. Shout out to my team. Oh my God. So what? And the teams like that, because the whole Big 12 thing is basketball on football field. Ain't nobody playing no defense, and they know that. Everybody know that. The games be like 55-30. Like ain't nobody playing no defense.
Yeah.
So it's like you're not gonna out athlete people because first of all the college field is wider, so you could get away with being a little bit slower, and they don't have the best athletes in the world. You got to the best athletes in the world, they running you down. The defensive ends are faster than you. Like, stop doing that. Mac Jones not going to do that. He going to play from the pocket, play to his strengths. All right, I ain't got that. I'm going to check down. All right, I don't got that route. I'm going to go to my second progression. He
know who he is.
Right, and it's he's not Brady, but he has some Brady qualities where, like, if he ain't got something, he'll check it down. I'm not saying he's Brady. He's gonna check it down, or he's gonna take his shot. Because when they play the Jets and put 54 on, I don't care. It was the Jets to put 54 on somebody. You gotta be aggressive. You ain't gonna.
No, I agree.
You're not gonna softly put 54 on somebody. He was making his throws and going through his progressions.
What impressed me about Matt Jones was the Cowboys game, believe it or not, when he shot that pick to Trayvon Diggs.
And then went right back out there.
And went right back at him and shot a touchdown. Which made me think, okay, Because I wasn't high on Matt Jones. I wasn't.
He gonna let his hang.
But he's not scared.
He got hurt.
Yeah, I respect
He's
that.
not the typical Alabama
and
quarterback.
Baker has heart, but Baker's heart sometimes is his enemy. Where he thinks he's better than what and this is a perfect segue because Baker and obviously OBJ has been in the news.
Let's see.
So so give me your take on that. Who do you blame in this?
I'm gonna be straight blunt. I feel like it's Baker's fault because even before I saw the tape, I already felt like he was.
Oh, you did watch the tape because that tape made him look.
I saw it. I was like, "Why are you a starting quarterback?"
Right.
I'm just like, Kirk could make those throws.
So a few comps to Baker coming into the league was Case Keenum, and I'm sorry.
I start Case. I said that when he got hurt. I was like, put injury reserve and go with Keenum. Might mess around and get a Cleveland miracle. He got a Minneapolis one already. Why not?
I'm not. I've always said I wasn't impressed with Baker. He's not a top 10 quarterback. I don't even know if he's top 20.
Wasn't there another quarterback could have went number one over him? Because I felt like they projected him later in the first round, and Cleveland just took him first. I want to
say it was the draft with Josh Rosen, Josh Allen, Baker, and Lamar.
You know what? I do remember that because Lamar got taken because the Ravens traded back up to get Lamar, and Josh Allen got taken like 11th or something by Buffalo. Like,
but I didn't think Baker should be number one. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think Lamar should be number one. I was questioning him too. I was with Herbert. I said Herbert was going to be.
Herbert was in that draft too.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe Herbert was in that draft. I want to say he went 6th.
Yeah, I'm looking it up now too. I'm just like, wow, I want to say Herbert was after, but I'm looking it up.
I could be wrong, but there was definitely. Long story short, I wouldn't have took him number one.
Right.
There was a number. I can't remember exactly who, but I know there was other quarterbacks that I would have taken over him, and he's just showing everybody right. Like you have to build a team perfectly around him, defense, receivers, running game. He needs all that to succeed, and they're talking about paying him, and it's like no.
Okay, no
franchise
no Herbert that draft, but that was a draft with
Rosen in them, right?
Rosen, Sam Darnold,
Allen,
Josh Allen,
and Lamar was in that one, right?
Lamar went 32nd overall because Baltimore had just.
So to be fair,
yeah,
Josh Allen had a lot of questions too.
Oh no Josh Allen that draft.
So it was just him and Josh Rosen?
It was. Oh, no, Josh Allen. No, you're right. He went 7. I was looking in the wrong spot. Josh Allen went 7. Josh Rosen went 10. And then Lamar Jackson went 32.
Yeah, that was a tough draft. That was because you look
That's
at.
a lot of talent, though, to be picking number one. And then you see some of the people that went behind him.
Yeah, but nobody was convinced with Josh Allen. Josh Rosen.
Nobody was convinced with Baker.
Yeah, but Josh Rosen. From what I remember, Josh Rosen and Baker was the pick.
No, I remember that too. But why not just trade back and then take that decision completely out of your hand?
It's Cleveland. They needed a quarterback.
Right. So why put the pressure on yourself to draft the right quarterback? You got the number one pick.
They needed a quarterback regardless. Like. I can't even tell you who was playing there before Baker. So they definitely needed a quarterback.
The 38th wonder of the world because they had mad QB. Because I remember it started with Josh McCown when they came in. Not Josh McCown. Tim Couch. Tim Couch started, and then I think they had like 40 different quarterbacks before they got to Baker.
Tons of quarterbacks. So don't get me wrong. Baker does bring stability, but he's not that guy because you pay him, it's over. And to be honest, though, I said the same thing about Dak, but my opinion about Dak has changed. Dak is a franchise quarterback, in my opinion. Baker is not. But part of the reason, and I don't think Dak is that much more talented than Baker. It's just he has the other qualities, leadership.
Got the intangibles.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
And he got a wherewithal to know
I'm good at and what my teammates are good at.
All right, just to throw it out there. These are some of the names that went after Baker in that draft. Saquon, Denzel went to them. Bradley Chubb, Quentin Nelson, Josh Allen, Roquan Smith, Mika Fitzpatrick, Vita Vea.
Yeah, that's easy
Marcus
to say
Davenport.
now, but their remember Cleveland defense was pretty good back then. Well, not back then, but no.
They were terrible on both sides.
No, not at that time.
Why do you think they took a corner at number 4?
No, but that's what they needed. They needed a corner, and Denzel Ward gave them that stability. Because they got a pet,
they had
remember,
they had to draft.
They're underachieving this year. They're underachieving. Their defense is underachieving. But last year
was good. But I also think because the reason they drafted Denzel Ward was because they stupidly got rid of Joe Hayden. I never understood that.
Yeah, I didn't understand
for
that
no
either.
reason. Like
I didn't understand that either. But that's neither here or there. One other topic I want to get into before we move on to NBA is the trade deadline. You got OBJ still in Cleveland, Deshaun Watson still in Texas, and Von Miller has moved to the Rams.
I'm going to start with Von Miller. It's going to get real spooky once he get healthy. He got an ankle injury. He not going to play this Sunday.
But they said he's close.
It's going to get spooky because he been sent out with the ankle injuries since last week or the week before. It's going to get real spooky because I would just, whatever side Aaron Donald is on, I would just put Von Miller on the opposite. And don't they still got Leonard Floyd?
I'm not sure, but
even with Von Miller
and Aaron Donald, that's and then you got Jalen Ramsey locking down the
so
number one
like
defender.
if you make the wrong read,
and my thing is the Rams secondary isn't awful since
they do have Leonard Floyd still, so Leonard Floyd will be a factor as well.
Since they got Jalen Ramsey, he's been helping their secondary. Like anybody's number one receiver, you might as well he's done. So now you got to go to the other side. Their other corner hasn't been awful. So it's like now you got not one, not two, you got 3 very good pass rushers.
Spooky.
That Rams defense is going to be something to reckon with.
And I done heard from different analysts, Von Miller's not what he used to be. I'm just like, okay. But he's going to get healthy, and he ain't going to be the main focus.
Well, my thing is, you're telling me Von Miller's not what he used to be when he's pass rushing for a team that he knows is not going nowhere. In an interview, he said he went to sleep 4-3 or something like that, 3-4, and he woke up 6-1. That's gonna bring a different motivation,
right?
So I would look out for the Rams. They're gonna be once Von Miller gets into the system.
I can't wait for the next Arizona Rams game.
Yo, the playoffs. By the time the playoffs
they getting
come
y'all
around,
quarterback off the field,
man. The Rams are going to be scary, and
it's more than it because I know what I just said put him on the opposite side of Aaron Donald, but I'm just like you got to worry about Leonard Floyd too. So like you could put them two on the end. You got Aaron Donald. You can't go nowhere.
You literally might have to max pass protect every play on offense.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
You have to double Aaron Donald. That's off the rip. You have to.
You can't now.
You have.
You gonna get Von Miller and Leonard Floyd
that's
one
why
on
I said,
one?
That's
you
why,
can't.
That's why I said you have to max protect. You have to have a tight end and you have to have a running back there. Or, yeah, like you said, it's gonna be bad.
Because it's almost not being a homer, but that's like when we had Jared Allen and the Williams wall. Like you couldn't double. That's why he had so many sacks. Like you gonna double Kevin Williams, Pat Williams, and leave Jared Allen, or you gonna double them and leave?
No, I'm with you. 100%. And that's why I said what I said. Like Nobody's talking about all this stuff going on in the news. That's why I started with the Rams, because nobody's talking about them. Like, they'll mention the Rams like, oh, yeah, they got Von Miller. Like, that's big. You're putting Von Miller,
a Super Bowl MVP,
next to Leonard Floyd and Aaron Donald. Bruh, it's going to get bad.
Quick.
Another, what we were expecting from the trade deadline was OBJ to be moved.
Somebody grabbed Deshaun Jackson. But
Somebody's going to pick him up, absolutely.
But we talking about OBJ. OBJ, I feel like he's going to get cut.
Well, what else would you do?
No,
You're taking him out of practice all week so far. His pops put a video out making Baker Mayfield look
hurt.
like I'm sorry, but he has valid points. So it's like, what do you do at this point? Like, you're investing in Baker Mayfield. He's showing you he's not that guy. You have to put.
He's gonna get cut next week, I believe, because
Who?
Baker. I mean, not Baker. OBJ.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say
OBJ getting cut next week because it's like this. Okay, say they try and do some bogus stuff and put him on injury reserve. Mm-hmm. He can be like, oh, man, I'm healthy. Like, y'all can't put me on injury reserve. It's gonna be a fight with the union. So now you gotta worry about the union. Like, nah, he gonna be like, he healthy. Y'all gotta play him. Y'all can't put him on injury reserve all of a sudden.
I'm not gonna lie. If I'm OBJ, if they're paying me, I'm reserving myself for next year. So I'm good with that.
I don't think he go that. He wants to play.
He wants to, which I get. I understand that, but
I think
Cleveland is not going to release him and pay that $8 million for him to.
The $8 million is a big factor because they release him. He goes to waivers. Nobody's gonna pick up the $8 million. Then he gets to choose where he goes. So they don't want him to go somebody in the AFC and beat.
Well,
them.
that's the thing. It's only the AFC teams that need him. Give me what NFC team needs him?
Saints. They don't have a deep threat.
They don't have a quarterback either.
They also don't have a deep threat.
Yeah,
Packers,
but what I'm saying is OBJ is not going to go to the Saints. Packers maybe. Not even maybe.
Yeah,
Packers
I was going to say they ain't got a number.
Packers is a good one, but you're going to the Packers when Kansas City needs a second receiver.
They need a defense. They don't need no more offensive people.
No, I think missing Sammy Watkins is hurting their offense too because
they slept on Sammy.
I feel like Patrick Mahomes
they thought Hardman was going to pick up for Watkins.
So Kansas City can use him. New England can use him. The Ravens can use him. Imagine Lamar Jackson with OBJ.
Yeah, he could actually catch.
Hello, man. Cleveland not trying to deal with that. So Cleveland playing it smart. I don't agree with them. I want them to release him to stop holding him back. But
yeah, you're right. The AFC need him more than the NFC. I'm looking at the NFC right now.
NFC, you got the Cowboys. They're locked in.
Falcons could use him. I don't think he would.
But that's the thing. The teams you're mentioning in the NFC, are they going to beat the Bucks? Are they going to beat the Packers?
Saints good.
Are they going to beat? I'm not convinced with the Saints. I'm not. Trevor Siemian is going to be their quarterback.
They got Tampa Bay number.
Tampa Bay. That's it. Because I don't see them beating Green Bay. I don't see them beating the Cowboys.
Their defense is good enough to travel.
They got a good defense. That defense is going to get tired because they don't have enough offense. You're trusting Trevor Siemian or
it's not like Jameis was lighting up the world when he was in there. He was his game manager.
Yes, but they were barely winning games. Like I feel like in a playoff setting, that's not going to be enough.
I don't know.
Prime example. Who you taking in a playoff matchup? Trevor Siemian or Tom Brady?
I don't think Trevor Siemian going to be the starter for the rest of the way.
So who they
going to grab somebody. I'm not saying it's
even if they grab somebody because you need continuity. Like even if they grab somebody, to be honest, if they grab somebody, it's out of Cam Newton and Phillip Rivers. I'm not convinced with either one of them.
They grab Foles, they not good?
Yeah, if they had him throughout the whole year. You're trying to throw him in a situation in the middle of the playoffs. Like, For example,
No, I'm saying get him before the playoffs.
For example, when the Eagles made that run with Nick Foles, they had him the whole entire year.
Right.
So yes, Carson Wentz was playing, but who's practicing with him? Nick Foles. The whole entire year. He got chemistry. He got all that. He knows the plays. He knows the playbook. I feel like that was a perfect situation.
I think you underestimated Sean Payton.
No. Okay. So
because he don't win with all types.
No. He went 5-0 with Teddy Bridgewater. He won games with Taysom Hill.
They should have got Teddy back.
He plays for Brooklyn. I mean, not Brooklyn. The Broncos.
Yeah, the trade deadline just passed. They should have went and got him. He already know the system.
The Broncos are not trading their starting quarterback.
Put Drew Lock back in. It ain't like y'all doing anything.
That's
anyway.
why they replaced Bridgewater
All
with
right.
Drew Lock.
Now, y'all season over. Let's make sure the young guy sucks as bad as we think he does.
No, I wouldn't.
You already got rid of Von Miller. You gave up already anyway.
No, that's true. That's true, too. But we're going to leave that there. We're going to leave it here. And we're going to take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to get into our NBA news.
Chill.
Welcome back. This is Family Affair. I'm here, your host, Naquan, with Darnell. And we about to get into our NBA news. So, big news coming out of the NBA. The Celtics facing some turmoil. Marcus Smart calling out his teammates. Give me your reaction.
He right, but they ain't exactly put the best pieces around them. So it's a kind of mix of both worlds. Like, all right, they didn't put the best pieces around, but that's still y'all supposed to be the two best players on the team. Y'all still got to pass the ball. And I thought they didn't pass the ball last year, but now he done came out and said it. So I'm just like, I thought this, but like deep down, it's like, who they done pass to, but then you still got to make the passes regardless. That's not winning basketball. Like,
so I agree with you. They don't make their teammates better. And that's the issue with Boston. Because if you look around the league, you have wings, Kevin Durant, LeBron James, that are making their teammates better. Mm-hmm. Because they attract so much attention, which Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum do to an extent.
Yeah.
When it comes to closing, I agree. They need to use their teammates more. However, I feel like they don't trust their teammates in closing because the first three quarters, their teammates aren't giving them any help.
They not touching the ball, no nothing. I feel like their roster is very badly put together. Even when they had Kemba, I thought their roster was put together bad. Even when they had Kyrie, I thought their
I agree because they don't need a scoring point guard. They need a floor general.
Right.
I mentioned this to you earlier in text messaging when we were, talking about the show. They needed they needed Chris Paul to go to Boston instead of Phoenix.
Rewind. All right, we're gonna go. This is
the
first shake up in the show.
Hear me out. Chris Paul went to Phoenix. You have Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton.
Mm-hmm.
He plays through them and he sets them up. What I'm saying is, if he's setting up Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown instead of them going and finding it, because they're putting up their numbers, but they're working so hard to get those numbers and keeping them in games. If they didn't have to work so hard to get points, I think Boston would be more successful. Because not only would Chris Paul be getting them easy buckets, he'd be getting the rest of the team
that can't get
easy.
their buckets.
Right. And that's because, to me, that's where they struggle at. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, they can get their own buckets. They can't get easy buckets for the rest of the team, in my opinion.
Okay, and that's where I'm going to disagree with you because I think you put Chris Paul in there. Not that Chris Paul was ever going to be there, but we just use that as an example. That's too many people that need the ball in their hands. Jaylen Brown and Tatum both are ball in their hand scorers. They don't play without the ball. So I think that would just be bad. And I think the roster is so bad around them, they have to trade one of them to fix it. And to be honest, because I thought about this after we was talking earlier, I'd ship Tatum for Simmons. He's gonna pass first point guard. He fits with Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown's a better defender than Tatum. He fits. Now you got two lockdown defenders because Jaylen Brown can lock down. Simmons can lock down. That's a lot. That's a lot. You could do a lot more with that because he's gonna facilitate and he can get his own. And he's not looking to score necessarily. And now you don't have the problem with
that's gonna be the downfall because you need more than one scorer. And Simmons is going to get you a good 14 to 19 points, but this is the NBA. You need scoring. And that's why, me personally, I wouldn't trade either. But if I had to trade one, I'd trade Jaylen Brown. And let me tell you why. Especially if you're including Ben Simmons. Because, hold on. Because Jason Tatum is he's ahead of Jaylen Brown in everything. Shooting, I looked it up.
It's not as bad as you think, though.
It's not bad. But
also, Jaylen Brown's a better defender than Jason Tatum.
That's what you say that, but the numbers don't replicate that. Jason
Brown is better.
Jason Tatum has more blocks per game, more steals per game than Jaylen Brown. He also scoring more than Jaylen Brown. Like, he's doing, if you look at the defense numbers and the offensive numbers, Jason Tatum is beating Jaylen Brown in all of them. So if we were I would not trade either one of them. I wouldn't trade either one of them. I will find a point guard that's going to get them easy buckets and get the rest of the team easy buckets. But if you're going to trade one of them, I'd trade Jaylen Brown because Jason Tatum is literally carrying them. He scores more than
Brown won him the game.
You said what?
Last night, Jaylen Brown won him the game.
Yeah, last night. But overall,
he's done it before.
But if you look at the statistics, Jason Tatum is leading him in every statistic, everything. Steals, blocks, rebounds, scoring. The only thing Jaylen Brown leads Jason Tatum in is shooting percentage, and that's barely. Jaylen Brown is like 45, 46% from the field, and Tatum is like 44, 43, 45, something around that. So that's who I'm building around. I'm not going to build around Jaylen Brown, but
you all right. I hear what you're saying, but the numbers aren't that far off because even last year.
No, they're not that far off. They're definitely not, but Jason Tatum is the better player is what I'm getting at.
I think Jaylen Brown's a better two-way player than him. And then I'm thinking, okay, Tatum
How?
is hey, let me get my other point. Tatum is viewed as a better offensive player. Cool. I would milk that because Ben Simmons' draft status is down. You're not just gonna get Ben Simmons. You could probably trade Tatum and get Simmons in like Seth Curry or something. That negates all the problems that you would have with shooting.
But Jaylen Brown is not the scorer.
He's scoring 27 a game.
Who else is gonna score?
Bro, Ben Simmons not gonna come in and average 2.
No. What I'm saying, that's
and
what
you get
I'm
Seth Curry
saying.
too?
Right now, he's averaging 26 because who else on Boston is going to score? You have Jason Tatum as the number 1 scorer, and then Jaylen Brown. That's it. What I'm saying is, you trade Jaylen Brown for Ben Simmons. You got a floor general, you got a scorer, and you got the defender. So you still got the defense. You still got you're better at scoring because it's not just 2 people scoring. You got a floor general that got Simmons scoring. Maybe he helps Marcus Smart. Maybe he helps the other bench players get easy buckets. That's what I'm saying. If you add a floor general like Ben Simmons with Jason Tatum, I feel like that would go further. Whereas if you trade Jason Tatum for Ben Simmons, you got mad defense. Who's scoring? Because if I feel like Jaylen Brown, he's a scorer. He's about what is he averaging right now? You said
27.
27?
And on a higher clip, and he's doing on a higher percentage than Tatum in the last 2 years.
No, where are you getting that? Because
do you not see what you call the shooting this year? He's shooting 38%
this year, but I'm talking
last year,
overall.
Okay, last year he
if
shot
you
45.
Pull up, I have
Brown
the
shot
numbers.
48.
I have the numbers right here, bro. If you overall, Jason Tatum is shooting 47% from the field.
So is Jaylen Brown.
I mean, Jaylen Brown is excuse me. Jaylen Brown is shooting 47% from the field. Jason Tatum is shooting 44%. He's right there with shooting.
Okay, but his shooting percentages are more consistent than Tatum's. He's shooting 45, 46, 46, 48, 48, 50.
I disagree with you, bro, because Jaylen Brown has one more year in the league than Tatum. I'm looking at the numbers now. Tatum leads him in everything. I don't even understand. All-Star games, Jaylen Brown, 1. Jason Tatum, 2.
1 All-Star game.
But he's leading him in everything. Points per game, Jaylen Brown, 15. Jason Tatum, 19.
No,
Rebounds. Jaylen Brown, 4.8. Jason Tatum, 6.3. Assists.
Bro, the points.
Jaylen Brown, 1.8.
Jason
Jason Tatum, 2.7. Like, he's leading him in every category.
Jason Tatum came in the league as a scorer. Jaylen Brown came in as a defender. There's 2 different ball games. Now he done caught up his offense. His offense is insane.
Jaylen Brown has had a whole year before Jason Tatum got there.
So did Ben Simmons. He still ain't got a jump shot.
What? I don't understand what that.
You said a whole year. A year don't mean nothing.
What I'm saying, Jaylen Brown has 5 years in the league. Jason Tatum has 4 years.
It's 1 year.
But Jason Tatum is leading him in everything.
I just explained it. He came in the league as a defender. Tatum came in as a scorer.
He leads him on defense too.
How? How you figure?
Do I need to pull up the numbers? Steals per game.
No. What
Jaylen Brown, 0.9.
I don't care about the numbers. I'm asking you, what do you see?
1.2. I'm seeing.
When you saw the Nets, who guarded KD better, Jaylen Brown or Tatum?
All I'm seeing is Jason Tatum is more productive than Jaylen Brown. So why would you trade Jaylen Brown?
You talking about as a whole career? I'm talking about now.
What do you mean?
Because you pulled up his career numbers. His career numbers are 15.
That's what it is.
Okay, I'm talking about
you're
the last
gonna take
3 years.
1 year.
No,
over
it's
a
the
whole
last
career.
3.
It's not the last 3 because the
How
last.
did you figure? Did you look at
if
Jaylen Brown's number the last 2 years?
Can I get a chance? If you're talking about you contradicting yourself. One minute you're saying yes, you are. 1 minute you're saying overall, and then the next minute you're saying this year. Are you
overall
talking this
right
year?
now? Jaylen Brown's a better player.
It's not overall right now, or it's either overall or right now. Overall, Jason Tatum's the best player.
Nah.
Because I'm looking at the numbers overall, Jason Tatum leads him in every.
Right now, he's a better player
No,
than him.
overall, right now, Jason Tatum is a better player
No,
because he leads him in everything. How?
You don't lead him in scoring?
Yes, he does.
Now,
No. That's the difference. Right now, in the whole career,
Even last year. Look at last year.
no, whole career, Jason Tatum. That's right now. Is an overview of over. You're basing it off of this year.
And last year.
No.
He was more efficient. He shot the ball better. He defended better.
No. The numbers don't lie. You're
Okay.
saying that, but I'm looking at the numbers. Overall, Jason Tatum is the better defender, the better scorer. Numbers don't lie, bro.
The eye test don't either, and Jaylen Brown did a better guard than
You're saying
Tatum.
that because you're what eye test? What are you talking about?
I saw them in the playoffs. He guarded KD better than
One
Tatum.
playoffs.
He plays better defense, period, than Tatum. I don't care what the numbers say. I'm seeing it.
I don't understand that. So you're gonna ignore the numbers, even though the numbers prove it.
You're gonna ignore the eye test and see he's getting
What eye
abused.
test? I don't agree with you with the eye test.
Okay, next time you watch Boston, see who plays better on-ball defense out of him and Tatum. Tatum and Brown.
So you're basing it completely off of defense. Is that what you're saying?
No, he's a better two-way player. He's a better two-way player than Tatum.
I don't agree with you, but we'll leave it.
We'll
leave it
agree
there.
to disagree for this week.
Yeah, we'll leave it there.
Hey. This is just how we argue, y'all. It's no hostility, man. This is how we talk to each other.
It is. I bring facts, and Darnell brings whatever
And
he
then
talks about.
She got short, man. Said
I'm
he think he
sorry.
always right.
I brought facts. He's leading him in every category.
Except the last 2 years, but we're gonna leave that for another debate.
So they only play for 2 years. Jaylen Brown has 5 years. Jason Tatum has 4.
1 year, bro.
Jason Tatum has 4 years. Jaylen Brown has 5.
One
You
came in the
talked
league
about
as a
the last
scorer. One
2.
came in the league as a defender. It could go to the last 3 or 4.
Stop it. Now you could
go to the last 3 or 4 if you want to.
No, we can't because
We can.
if we go to the last 3 or 4, then I'm right.
No.
You literally just talked about the last 2 years.
Right now, who's a better player?
Jason Tatum.
Lies.
I don't understand. I don't even. What is your like? What? How do you say that?
He's better, bro. He's a better two-way player. He defends better. He scores just as much.
Even though the numbers don't support that.
You're right. One shoots 50%, the other shoots 38.
Okay, we're gonna leave that there, but we'll be back next week, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna shut Darnell down with
Sound
more.
good.
But it's been Family Affair. I love it here. Please come back next week, and we'll get it going.
Yeah, we out.